Alright everybody, welcome back to Dishonored, the Brigmore witches. And we just got the second pull. We'll probably save up for either bend time or the second agility.
We've been making something for you, little eels.
What's the matter? Too much knitting to do?
Crawl back to the river. You ain't a real gang. You're just a bunch of mudlarks.
Yeah, they're mudlarks.
Come on and fight! Or are you too busy making dresses?
Come on, let's see what's inside.
Oh. Okay, so our main thing is the riverfront over there. We could go textile mill and then get the rest of those things.
What? Huh?
Let's see, can we see anything? Ooh, there's a bone charm right there, you can barely see it. I can't see that. But what is the textile mill again? Shoot, I have no idea. Oh, I thought that was something I could go onto. Wow, that was really deceiving.
What? Somebody get over here.
Quiet in the city.
Whoops.
Almost like it used to be.
Fry Jerome's in the apartment up there.
Get this guy.
I heard he was a cheat.
Cry for mommy.
Let me just a few.
Somebody get over
Oh
here.
my god.
Catch that, you bastard!
So when we were in the prison, I didn't get hit once. I don't even think I fell. So on Elite, they hit you once and you're dead. Cause that guy hit me once. I had I didn't have full health, I guess. Cause I had fallen, so.
We've been making something
Oh,
for
dang
you,
it.
little eels. Well.
What's the matter? Too much knitting to do?
Who's this guy? You guys don't need to worry about me, trust me.
Let's get on with it, rat face.
Where are you?
Come on, spread out. Where'd you run off? He's as slippery as hagfish does.
That's it. He's gone.
Quiet in the city.
Don't look at me. Fry Jerome.
Almost like it used to be.
I heard he was a cheat. Let me just a few.
Caught out when the jet eels come across the canal? No thanks. Every man for himself.
A former merchant from Draper's Ward's better days, Jerome now deals in black market and hard to find items from the safety of his apartment overlooking Millinery Canal. I don't know where that is, but
Somebody get over here!
Dang it, that didn't work right. There we go. Cool. The only thing that sucks is it uses your stuff and you can't really get it back. Arc pylon instructions. Evans, be cautious with this equipment. It is very delicate and requires a skilled touch to operate. It is also quite lethal, so if you do not follow the proper procedures, you will cease to exist in the wink of an eye. Acquiring this technology took a great deal of politicking and expense, so I repeat, do not be reckless with it. Once the system is set up and operational, we will never see a dedio darkening our doorway. The mill will become an impregnable fortress. Report any technical issues to me, Nurse Trimble. Look out for the trained rats. Hey Jasper. One of the Dedios apparently trained some white rats to come to this side of the canal and fetch shiny objects back to him. So far, they've taken a few coins and a couple of bullets back over into eel territory. Pike saw one carrying a coin and tried to shoot it, but his marksmanship is lacking. Beware of them, and crush the little things if you get the chance. If one swipes one of the tools or keys or something like that, you'll be a laughingstock, Baldwin. I feel like there's a note on that door. Out of business notice. To my loyal customers, I've done my best to provide a provisioning service to you even after all the decent citizens have abandoned Draper's Ward, but now it is clear that there is no livelihood for me here now, and that association with you all will eventually cost me my life. To those who have ever wronged me, I suggest you take your business to Jerome. He can be found in a second-floor apartment just a stone's throw away from here, next to Millinery Canal. His prices will climb now that I'm gone, but he seems like a fair enough man. For those who have harassed me, stolen from me, injured me from my home, I hope you suck on a barrel of City Watch pistol someday. I'm sure you will all meet violent and unhappy endings. Oh, the top one is for those who never wronged me. I was wondering, I was like, what? Goodbye, Mr. Mitchell. Mitchell's Marketplace. Hey, is that the place we read about?
What?
Granny's Wedding Recreation. A page torn from an old manuscript print in a scrawling hand. Bring a man to represent my black-eyed groom. Fetch a woman to represent me in my youth. Lay them together in the eternal circle. A wedding band to bind them, placed on the silver tray. Do this for me, dearie, and I'll give you a wedding gift. Granny. Granny, I don't feel like getting your crap. A dangerous experiment. I've come across some old writings that hint at a bizarre ritual, and I'm going to use it to prove to you for once and all that all of this mythical stuff is just superstition. When I get back from my mission in the sewers, we'll do this. But there's a trick. You'll need a bride. Huh. Near, I can tell. She doesn't need to be willing. She doesn't need to even be awake. By the outsider's eyes, I don't even think she needs to be alive. So you go secure a bride if you can, and I'll officiate this mock wedding. Machinery repurposing guide. Exit from machinery manual. 7. Rejigger. Mounting and unmounting. Remove the cover over the primary gear and set it aside. Remove the primary gear and replace it with the secondary gear from the alternate drive system. Manufacture and place dual counterbalance weights along the alternate drive system axle and unlink the damping coils at both ends. Remove and set aside and slide arm from the rejigger support. Open the slide arm piston shaft and remove the pistons. Reshape the slide arm pistons to the shorter specifications and reapply lubricant before closing the housing. Install the elongated slide arm into the rejigger support. Adjust the reverse spacer bolts at the junction between the alternate drive system axle and the new elongated slide arm until the interval suits the new application. That was boring. I didn't care about that at all. That's it, nothing here.
Is that?
Alright, let's go ahead and... continue to the textile mill.
Password system. The Hatters are getting organized.
The Hatters have a secret password they use to gain entry to the textile mill that serves as their base.
What's the password?
I seem to have forgotten it.
Nice try, River Rat. Get lost.
So we need a password now. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do some of these other ones. We got the Hidden Rune and Abigail's Gift.
Someone's still prowling around. What? Somebody get up!
Don't you people know about the rats?
I admit, I'm stymied. I thought dragging it up out of the mud was the hard part, but I have no idea how to open it.
Hammers?
Really? Look at that thing. You think hammers will break it open?
Explosives.
Sure. The sound brings everyone running. Then we gotta share. And what if it calls some meals, huh?
Must be a way. Think what could be in there.
You know what would be funny? If it wasn't locked.
What? Of course it's locked. Look at it.
You mean you haven't even tried it?
What do you think I am? Stupid?
Hatters. Alright, so it looks like that guy doesn't even go away from there. Screw it. Key required. Warning from an anonymous friend. Hello, friend. As instructed by your whalers, I have dredged this horrid thing up from the depths of the storm drains and placed it in the agreed-upon location, in hopes that you and only you recover it. But be warned, poor fortune has followed me every step of the way since laying hands on this thing. And I am overjoyed at the prospect of leaving it here and being done with it. May it treat you better than it has me. And if some unlucky local has stumbled upon this wicked bone, heed these two warnings. As I said above, poor fortune will find you. But more importantly, this is intended for delivery to the most dangerous man in the Empire. If you are in possession of something he wants, you may count your remaining hours on one hand. Oxrush flower. Okay. The rare oxrush flower is prized for its medicinal and alchemical properties. Okay. Who is that? Oh, dang it. Oh wait, is this okay, drone, yeah. Come on. We read about his black markets. A note from Abigail Ames. Dad, accept this as a small token of my appreciation for the work we did together in Rothwild's place. My sources say that this is the sort of thing you would go out of your way to find. May it protect you or empower you, or whatever these things do. I hope we find ourselves on the same side of a cause in the future. You are a great ally. AA. Carry on, killer. Killing rats gives you some adrenaline. Jerome, search for Oxrush. Hello, Griff. I hope your business is going well. If you are interested, I have a little business proposal for you. The canal here in Draper's Ward has been dry for some time now. Enough time for the prized Oxrush to take bloom in the mud. None of the ruffians patrolling this area know how special the flower can be, so I have no competition in harvesting them, but none of our alchemists or natural philosophers that can use them frequent this district anymore. Perhaps I can send you some bunches of oxrush to peddle, for a commission of course, and I can help you tap into an ammunition market here in Draper's Ward. The gangs have gone into full-scale war, so demand is high. Let me know your thoughts, Joe. We have some oxrush.
Someone wants to get...
Welcome to the Draper's Ward Salvage and Resale, or the Black Market if you'd prefer. It's Dowd, right? Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
The best of Draper's Ward, all for sale.
Okay, so, I mean, we still haven't gotten any of that. Whatever. We'll grab a couple more of those, I guess. Let's see, we've got textile mill. Oh, and that's it.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness.
Ruin at the top.
We're losing our business. I understand doing what's got to be done. But Wakefield,
The city's dead. Lizzy kept to a deal once you have him.
Shoot. Well, good thing I bought more of these.
Come on, let's get this guy! Someone needs hurt.
The history of Draper's War, don't need it. Complaints from a Dedio guard. This post is awful. I almost broke my neck getting up here, and all day the Hatters keep taking shots at me like I'm some kind of carnival game. This morning I saw some lady up on the glass roof across the canal, and it has me worried. Kind of has me worried. I think she looked right at me. How did she get up there? Are the Hatters recruiting ladies now? Anyway, since she's been up there, I can barely make out this thing she left behind. I can't tell what it is from here, but come nightfall, I might just climb up there and have a look. Gotta be wary of that arc pylon they set up down there. If they have that kind of gear, we're just outmatched. I wish Lizzy was back. She'd get us out of this. I think it's up there. Over there. How in the world do I even get right there? There must be open place entrance over here. Yeah.
Who are you? Are you with her?
With her?
Delilah. Are you with her? No, but you don't have any roses.
What can you tell me about Delilah?
I used to make clothing for the Caldwins, you see. I adored them, especially young, precocious Emily. She was such a delight. Did you ever meet the Empress? She was so special. And I was able to count her among my friends. I had a lock of hair from young Emily, a keepsake given to me by the family when my hands grew too stiff and clumsy to work the needle. I have treasured it so.
And Delilah?
She visited me here. Such a surprise to see her, all grown up, so serious. Did you know she was once a playmate of Jessamine's? Before she was Empress, when they were both little. I thought it was a cordial visit at first, but it turned frightening.
What happened?
She made things come out of the shadows, long and grasping. I can still feel the cold on my neck. I sound mad, don't I? Perhaps I am. She questioned me and left me propped in the corner like a bolt of cloth. I couldn't move for 3 nights while she made the horrid markings you see now. Then she stole my only keepsake, my lock of hair from dear, sweet Emily. Ah, Emily, where are you? Damn that Corvo, and damn Delilah.
That guy's weird. Take his rune though. A note from Lady Boyle. My dearest friend, my costume ball will require 3 tailored outfits that are perfectly matching except for color. We are going to play a game with our guests, you see. I am saddened to hear of your deteriorating hands and the hard times on which you have fallen. As you were my first choice to craft these costumes, I will mention your physical difficulties to my doctor at the party. Perhaps he can be of some service to you. Farewell, Waverly Boyle.
All these
I mean, the guy
rats
seems
crawling
nice,
all over everything.
but he's kind of creepy. You don't mind if I take these
I
points?
can tell so much about a person by their clothes.
Let's see. Whoops. The dressmaker in Draper's Ward once crafted upscale clothing for Emily Caldwin, heir to the throne. Why is that a clue? I got 2 runes. Need 1 more for that.
Yours tell quite a tale. How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness.
Down with the sickness. Hey.
Half the city's dead. We won't make it 3 more months.
Alright, so we don't know. Oh, there's a bone charm over there. We don't know the password for the textile mill, at least yet.
All these rats crawling all over everything.
So I guess we can't do that right now.
How did it pass me by? The others down with the sickness. All these rats.
Darn it. Really can't blink to anything.
Gotta keep my wits about me.
There we go. Oh, there it is. Zephyr. Overall movement speed is increased, damage is taken is increased. Nah. Alright, let's go ahead to Riverfront.
This place is dead. I guess he got away. Shit.
Oh, they see me.
Come on. Did you see that? He's gone. I give up. Someone's messing with me.
Come out. Sweet gentleman. Lady's honor. I can smell you. Pissed your trousers, did you?
Whoops.
Run off too.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness. All these rats crawling all over everything.
Where'd you run off to? I give up. He got away.
Hate to have these guys in my employ.
How did it?
They give up very easily. the dead eels.
Wakefield's a hard man, but he's not as fun as Lizzy. Lizzy enjoyed it more.
Yeah, even Lizzy never drowned victims in a sack. I'd still see him squirming for air.
Yeah. How's he gonna top that?
The mutineer Edgar Wakefield has drowned a gang member that was loyal to Lizzy and sank him in the river near the Undyne. Got a bone charm right there.
Edgar Wakefield is on board the Undine. He's put all of the eels on alert since Lizzie's rumored to have escaped from Coldridge. He's expecting her. You will undoubtedly be a surprise to him.
Thank you. Scared me. Trimble's Coin. Exit from a book on noteworthy intellectual figures. The halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy are thought to be spaces where thoughtful discourse and enlightened tolerance set the tone for debate and learning. It is believed that reason applies above all, and the passions of the greatest minds of the Empire are tempered by wisdom and custom. This is the commonly accepted vision of the place, and it is almost always accurate. Almost. Sometimes a protracted debate or disagreement can explode into conflict, and very rarely, violence. Such was the case years ago in the Month of Winds. A young apprentice named Piero Joplin ventured into a strange new directions of research in the preservation of mortifying tissue, a field that brought him into frequent conflict with a student called Trimble. Joplin and Trimble often debated loudly long into the night, and content of these arguments was well beyond the understanding of most people in the Empire, the author included. The rivalry between the two natural philosophers raged for months, but it is the climax of those events that prompts this writing. The two had argued deep into the night, the debacle sliding into bitter personal attacks. At last, they reached a terrible accord. Their mutual hatred culminated in a duel to the death with pistols. Under the gray sky of dawn, the greatest minds of the Empire of the Isles gathered in the courtyard in a fashion resembling schoolboys gathering to watch two bullies fight. A quiet fell as Joplin and Trimble accepted the ceremony of pistols, marked off the paces, turned, and fired. Each combatant fired round after round, shattering windows, chipping masonry, and splitting plaster. The closest shot to the mark was Joplin's, whose bullet ripped through the hem of Trimble's overcoat. It was clear that the dedicated study of the learned men had made for poor marksmanship. When all their ammunition was expended, both parties stood quivering with fear and rage, but unharmed. It was then agreed that the duel would be settled with a coin flip. A newly minted coin of the Empire was produced, bearing the face of Empress Jessamine Caldwell. As it was sent spinning into the air, Trimble called heads, the coin landed tails. Joplin was declared winner, and the feuding between the men ceased. By the terms of the dispute, Trimble was forced to leave the academy, his studies left incomplete, where, upon a dignified silence, returned to the halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. That's hilarious, to be honest. Notes from a Hatter spy. Mr. Hat. There has been interesting activity since our raid on the Dead Eels a few days ago. It looks like Wakefield has been rooting out Lizzy loyalists and chasing them off, or making an example out of them with some gruesome killing. I don't think he's got much of a hold on this gang, and things are likely to fly apart before long. Also, I swear I saw a woman lurking on some nearby rooftops last night, spying on the eels. She saw me looking at her and just disappeared. Perhaps you'll know what to make of that, Oscar.
There's the boat. Wakefield's probably keeping himself below decks. Whatever I do to him, it will be a mercy compared to what Lizzy has in mind.
Hey, there she is.
next to the river.
Shivering silhouettes. Benefit: enemies have a high chance to miss range attack. Penalty: you are more visible to enemies. Hell no.
Just waiting to be taken.
Wakefield sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine. Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
Thank you. So we also have sank him in the river near the Undine.
You ever see a man set on fire? What does he do?
See, we have a rune or bone. Oh, we got a bone charm right there. And then I just saw it. Oh, rune over there. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Submariner. Regain health while submerged in water. Interesting, but I don't see how it's very useful. Okay, so it said he sank him near the river. Very hard to see down there. Whoops. Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong one. I don't know if he has anything I'd be able to see, but... Go in there. That wasn't my fault. And that is one of the very, very few flaws of the first Dishonored, are some of the gameplay mechanics in which, like, really, this fucking far.
Wakefield's a hard man, but he's not as fun as Lizzy. Lizzy enjoyed it more.
Yeah, even Lizzy never drowned victims.
Edgar Wakefield is on board the Undine. He's put all of the eels on alert since Lizzie's rumored to have escaped from Coldridge. He's expecting her. You will undoubtedly be a surprise to him.
But, like Blink, how sometimes it really just doesn't respond well. And
sitting next to the river.
don't need that.
Just waiting to be
Wakefield sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Smuggling
But
ships
how-
like this one often have a hatch underneath.
Like
for
if I
dumping
try to get
contraband if they get caught.
to a certain thing, it
Perhaps
just
the
won't
Undine
show
is
up
no
for some
different.
reason. And then, whatever the hell happened right there. Because I can't see, I wonder if this is the drowned guy. Fish. Good ass fish. not shoot this fish under here. Oh my god. This is the most annoying thing in the world. Gee. Go up. Because for some reason only once in a while the game will let me go up. I could not. Whatever. Couldn't even jump on this stupid boat.
What are they doing over at Coldridge? Can't keep their damn prisoners locked up? How'd it come to this? Lizzie's on her way. I just know it. Might as well slit my own throat.
Lizzie's boat is smaller than I remember. Time to signal Lizzy.
Lizzy Stride is assuming control of the dead eels now. She's ordered them to give you safe passage.
Good.
Your friend Edgar Wakefield set me up to be taken by the City
Admiralty
Watch.
and the Fleet. Excerpt from a book on naval history. Each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet. None is more envied than that of the Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing. Even as the ships return to Dunwall, the crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Grievous Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhaul and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city.
You followed him, took his orders. But you know what? I forgive you. All of you. I'm filled with love. But the following people each owe me a finger. Logan, Douglas, Bang Bang, Ferris, Pigface,
Bang Bang.
Bakers, and Annabelle. Two from you, Annabelle. Have a good night. Quit it. That piece of garbage, Edgar. I'm still living with his incompetence. He let the Hatters cripple the Undine.
Ship seems fine to me.
They took the engine coil. We're dead in the water.
What is it? Can we make a new one?
They don't make them anymore, not for an engine like the Undine's. We'll have to get it back.
The geezer still leads the Hatter gang, right? I'll pay him a visit.
It won't be that easy. There's a snag.
Always is. What's this one?
The gazer's about 100 years old by now. He's got it rigged so that if he dies, the whole place gets gassed. So they're real careful around him. Got him a nurse and everything. Maybe you can cut a deal for that engine coil. Turn on the charm. One of the Hatters gave me their door password in exchange for keeping the rest of his fingers. It's whalebone. I never got to use it on account of the gas. And being in jail.
Just be ready to move when I get back.
If you notice, her teeth are sharpened to a point.
You left Wakefield alive?
You can decide what to do with him.
My mind is racing. Does he still have both eyes?
The Hatters have stolen the engine coil and mysterious figure. I figured she would want to do whatever with him.
I'm not saying don't kill the geezer. Just don't be stupid about it.
Stupid damn fish.
Don't make me take that away from you.
Thought I had this one equipped. Oh yeah, I changed to blink. Alright, so we got Rune over there. Swore I saw something over there, but I guess not. But we know the password, I guess, to the door now. Let's go get that Rune. I'm trying to grab all the money I can because it's so freaking hard to get now. I remember where to go to get it. Jump out, please. They wouldn't let me jump until I turned to a certain direction for some reason.
You keep surprising me, Dowd. Not long ago, I watched you kill an empress and steal her child for coin. For a man like that, you went through Coldridge Prison with an awfully soft touch. I wonder, are you hoping it will change the way things work out? Maybe. Maybe not. The song's almost over. And when the music stops, we all fall down.
You know, we read a couple times that killing the Empress kind of changed Dowd, and I interpret that as now he just doesn't go around killing everybody. So. Yeah, we freaking need those now. Something I've only rarely used. I now have to constantly frickin' spam because of fish.
Coin in our pockets and blood on the wall.
And I have only 3 left. Alright, streets entrance. There's still a rune over there. Like weepers. Just one. bone charms or runes. Of course, we know that we would get a rune for helping Granny Rags, but I don't feel like helping Granny Rags. I don't really like her.
Just because he can do strange things doesn't mean there's an invisible man watching him.
Oh, sorry guys.
Are you daft or something?
It was an accident.
Keep that up.
Hey fellas. Are these eels? Or I think they're eels. Yeah.
The Weepers are still themselves. Do they even know what's happening to them?
Never thought of that.
Keep pressing the wrong
Asking
one.
for help.
And everyone's running away, throwing rocks. I'd rather be dead.
I'm not feeling any vibration or seeing any runes or bow charms here either.
What's the password?
Whalebone.
Come in, Hatter.
So we couldn't even come in here until we did that anyway, I guess. Draper's Ward Textile Mill. Mortimer hat.
Sir, the Hatters are using the textile machines to make shrouds for the plague dead.
Now we know why they took the engine coil.
The man who runs the Hatters is more cunning than he looks. He can flood this place with a toxic gas. In time, it'll eat through our air filters. You may have to make a deal.
Okay. Rothwild. Can barely say that. Liver.
Who just went through here?
The Empress did. She had Corvo Akana with her. They weren't wearing no clothes.
Keep your hand. I was just asking.
Just because you're in charge of the gate, it don't mean the rest of us are idiots.
Scavenger. You find ammo in greater amounts. We'll put that on just for now. Got the labor over there, main office there.
Yeah, someone's still around.
Any fools settled in over here?
Move, Hatter. I know he's about to. There we go.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Huh.
laborer guy? Oh, I guess he's over. Oh, he's with the rune. Okay. Ooh, we got trip things everywhere.
Someone's messing with me. Nothing here now.
There we go. Hey, buddy.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness. Dowd. Didn't think I'd ever see you again. After you helped us escape the slaughterhouse, I got a job here running the looms. They got us working around the clock, making shrouds for all of the plague victims. Kinda makes me sick. But they have to come from somewhere, I guess.
How do I get into the engine room?
It's down in the basement, but you can't get in without the combination.
And where would I find that?
Nurse Trimble. He takes care of the geezer. But I'd bet my broom handle that's only half the story. See, the geezer's supposed to be the boss, but Trimble never lets anyone near him. Claims it's for his health. I'm sure the geezer knows the combination too, except Fat Chance talking to him alone. Only time Nurse Trimble leaves is to check the lab equipment he's got upstairs.
Thanks for the help.
Okay, so it was a really good thing we saved him. Can we get on that?
Half the city's dead. We won't make it 3 more months.
In the world would we get in there? Oh, that's the main office. Okay. So if we check this, we've got find the geezer, search for the engine coil in the textile mill. That's Granny's stuff. I ain't doing that. But we can look at this. We have 5 runes. So let's go ahead and get the upgrade to agility. And then we only need, well, we still need 4 more for bend time. That's going over there. Actually, it's not. There's no way to get in there from here. Oh, right here. God dang it. Okay, he didn't turn around.
Picked up anything good?
Shut up.
Okay. Not finding anything worthwhile to loot. Actually, I wonder what's down here. Trimble knows door combination. Going to look into the water flow situation in the sewers. If you need access to the engine room while I'm away, talk to Nurse Trimble. He's the only other person with the door combination. Get the code for the engine room.
Got anything to smoke or eat? Psh.
What the?
Wakefield's miscalculated badly. I predicted this would happen, of course. A man like Wakefield knows which end of a knife is for stabbing. Not much else. What's that? Oh, stop complaining, old man. I'm giving you a legacy. What were the Hatters before I arrived? I'll tell you. A shadow of their former selves. The butt of numerous jokes, in fact. Why did the Hatter piss in his own hat? What did the Hatter do with his last bullet? And so on. The answers aren't worth repeating. Leadership. That's what was missing. What with the embarrassing defeat of that...
My name's Dowd. I'm looking for Lizzy Stride's missing engine coil. I'm giving you a chance to make a deal.
Yes, sir. very reasonable offer. Geezer here says you're in luck. We only need that engine coil because someone shut off the flow that turns our water wheel. I sent men into the sewers to restore the flow, and not one of them came back. But what stopped them won't be a problem for the famous Dowd, will it? When the water flows, I'll give you the engine coil. The key's gone missing, so you'll have to find your own way in, I'm afraid. But it's a pleasure to do business, Mr. Dowd. The Hatters will behave themselves, as long as you keep your end of the bargain, Dowd.
Interesting. Honestly, it sounds like that guy might want to die. Missing mechanic. I sent our head mechanic into the sewers to try and get the water flowing into the canals again, but he hasn't been heard from since. We've lost other men trying to investigate what happened to him. Trimble.
This guy never made it back. Wonder if he's still down there.
Whale oil tank replacement. Warning, when replacing the whale oil tank that powers the pulmonary machine, you will have a precious little time to do so. If you fail to be diligent and Mr. Hat perishes, you will release a toxic gas that will end your life and that of your fellow Hatters. Have a care. Trimble. Wonder how we would have gotten the code from him, because he didn't just willingly tell us.
I lost a man named Pete down there. Keep an eye out.
I can't.
Please don't disturb him. Our chief needs his rest.
And so now we don't need to worry about the Hatters, so that's good. Ooh, and there's Trimble's lab. Oh, recipe required. Experiment timer. Set timer for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I have no idea. Timer calibration. The calibration of my experiment timer is slightly off. This should be fixed immediately. I like to check on my experiments immediately after the bell chimes. I have this all perfectly timed from the bell ring to the walk to my lab. This should be a top priority after you return from restoring the water flow in the sewers.
Trimble's got good handwriting, which makes me distrust him.
The effects of whale oil on the gastric humors, Volume 1. Exit from a natural philosopher's notes on the effects of whale oil on gastrointestinal function. One benefit of this plague is the abundance of unclaimed bodies readily available to the inquisitive medical mind. I have been able to stimulate gastric function in addition to other organ activity through infusions of whale oil and the application of electrical impulses. I believe that such treatments could be applied to the living, and that it might prolong life indefinitely. When my process is applied to the stomach and intestinal systems, digestion does in fact still occur, though the end product must be evacuated from the stomach through tubing and processed by my machinery before being recirculated to the appropriate organs. This was a tricky solution to come across, as my first inclination was to break the food down myself and bypass the natural process altogether. My subject has indicated that he no longer has a sense of taste, but that might be a mercy given what I'm feeding him these days. Gross. Ooh. Okay, so I can't play it in here? Oh. I didn't even notice this thing open. Antitoxin. The antitoxin formula needs the following: oxrush flour, buy more from Jerome and Draper's Ward, bull rat fetus, one in the dry storage room, metallic salts, some on the manufacturing floor. The Effects of Whale Oil on the Gastric Humors, Volume 2. Excerpt from a Natural Philosopher's Notes on the Effects of Whale Oil on Gastro Function. My primary patient is no longer mobile. A loss of bone density coupled with the amount of organ maintenance that I have to perform on a daily basis means that he will be bound to a chair or bed for the foreseeable future. While this greatly agitated the subject at first, he quickly grew too fatigued to offer further protests. I cleared a room close to my lab, but with access to the mill, so he could continue to give orders. Update. After 3 weeks of regression, the yellowish sores have reappeared around implantation site C. I was holding out hope for full recovery as the highest concentration of whale oil was pumped into this site in particular. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end this one here. I know it's a little longer than usual, but, you know, whatever. Hope you guys are enjoying it, though. Have a great day, and I'll see ya. Bye.